Do I seem impaired to you?
No, you seem very sharp.
Would you be prepared to hop in a car with me and drive around the block?
No.
I was going to say, please say yes.
Why not?
A trick question.
Just because I'm busy and I don't know what
If you weren't busy,
Where you
if we had
taking
all the time in the
You're a
world,
mate.
considering I'm not impaired and I hold a licence, would you be prepared to,
Hypothetical question you wouldn't answer.
drive down to Bondi Beach and have a cup of coffee?
I probably would, yeah.
Would
It
you
depends
be,
what you put on
would
the
you
radio.
Be
What would
surprised
you
to
be
learn
listening
that
to?
if you did, and I was
2GB.
picked up by an RDT, I would lose my licence because I'm a medicinal cannabis patient, and I took medicinal cannabis last night. I would lose my licence for 12 months, even though, in your opinion, I'm not impaired because I just have I would test positive for the presence of medicinal cannabis. Do you think that that's a fair situation that I and hundreds of thousands of other people in New South Wales are faced with every day, and that thousands of people in this state have lost their licences, their jobs, their relationships because we are continuing to test for the presence of medicinal for cannabis, which massively impacts on medicinal cannabis patients who have a legal prescription?
Well, I think the first question was, would I be surprised that you consumed medicinal cannabis last night? And I wouldn't be surprised.
That's true.
But in relation to the question of roadside drug testing, picking up the presence of THC and therefore cannabis use over a prolonged period, and I accept that the literature suggests that impairment and detection are separate, they're not the same, and that detection will exist longer than impairment. The challenge for the government is there's no test for impairment. But as I said earlier to your questions, there's over 300,000 people in the state that are currently have a prescription for medicinal cannabis with THC, and therefore would be detected by roadside drug testing infrastructure, and therefore if they want to use a car while accessing the health benefits of having access to medicinal cannabis, then they can't do it. So I think you've asked me about this before. One of the reasons we are pursuing a drug summit is to look at issues in the law like this, and I expect that drug summit will look specifically at that issue.